anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah.
Listen to that.
Got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top, think I'm gonna always face it. I won't give up this, cause I know that I want it.
Man, it actually looks so insane. Now today we're starting off with some tint from the guys at Tinted Vision. Not only does it keep the heat off you, but tint actually changes the whole look of a car. Now there's tons of different percentages, but we went with 18%. It's kind of the perfect happy medium between being too dark to where you can't see at night, but being able to block enough sunlight out so that you don't turn into a roasted sausage roll. Now Tinted Vision came out to sort Ron Burgundy first, and since they were already here, we pulled the Falcon Daily in for the same treatment. And it's safe to say, these guys absolutely nailed it, and both rigs are looking better than ever. So cheers to Tinted Vision for the mint job. Now let's keep going with the progress on Mr. Bergs. Right, the bloody tint is done, which is a good thing. Thanks to Tinted Vision for coming out and getting that done. Today, we're going to be taking this thing, well, maybe not today, but this episode, we're going to be taking this thing for a drive. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's start by explaining what is going on with the front end right now. When I got this car, the blinkers weren't working and I completely forgot about it. But obviously, in order to drive this on the road, we need the blinkers working. So I've been doing some diagnosing. As you can see, I've got the fuse box out. And it turns out there's probably a broken wire from the fuse box up to the flasher relay that's underneath the dash. Now I can jump that, that's fine, but that is not the only problem. I had a 50-50 shot when I wired these lights in, what wire went to which side, because I couldn't test them because the blinkers don't work. Now that I can test them, the blinkers are around the wrong way. Let me show you guys. This will be our jumper wire just for now. I'll hook that up to the battery there. And if I turn the right blinker on, you can see we get the left blinker. And if I turn the left blinker on, you can see we get the right blinker. Now this here is the control box, and on there you can see yellow is the signal. So I'm pretty certain if I just swap those two wires around, I should get them the right way around. That one has to go. That's right blinker, left blinker. Right, it's working. That wasn't too bad, apart from the half a day I've spent trying to fix it. But here's what it is, at least it's done. Right, everything underneath the dash is all wired and tucked away, and it's now working. So if you turn the ignition to on, you get blinkers both sides, which is freaking mint. So I'm not going to really explain what was going on. All you guys need to know is that I fixed it professionally, and I definitely didn't do it dodgy. Now for the flares that we've done in the last episode, we've gone ahead, chopped them, painted, they're all ready to go. I did go to Clarkey, got ripped off for some rubber and bought some of this flare guard stuff. So this is very close to the original stuff that was on here, but it pretty much just goes on the edge like that and creates a nice seal up against the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the flares pretty much rubbered up and then put on the car. Then we're one more step to getting this thing driving. I decided I want to change up the front end a bit. There's just something a little off with how much chrome is on the grille. I'm not fully against chrome, obviously, I just reckon it needs a bit of balance. So I'm going to try a bit of a two-tone look just to see how it comes up. Now painting plastic chrome can be a bit tricky. It's not as simple as just spraying it and hoping for the best. What I do is I hit it with the Scotch-Brite pad, just enough to scuff it up so the paint has something to grip onto.
Then I use a plastic primer, but here's a trick, just mist it on. Don't do a heavy coat, just a light dust. This stuff dries a bit weird and misting it avoids any of the dramas. Once that's down, you can go over it with whatever paint you like, but I'm using a 2K polyurethane for a solid, long-lasting finish. But if you're at home and you just want to use a can, I'd go with a high temp enamel. It holds up well and it looks decent too.
So now that that's done, there is some somewhat important things to do before we get this on the road. Kind of like brakes, I think they're pretty important. With the brakes, the clutch and brake master are both brand new, but I haven't hooked up vacuum yet because Matt from King Fab Customs is actually fabricating us a custom thing. I want to go down there and give him a hand. I really want to learn to TIG weld. So we just need to temporarily, we need to get the vacuum onto the master cylinders so that we have a good clutch pedal and actual working brakes. Because at the moment, it's very stiff, it's been sitting for a long time, and having no vacuum, there's barely any brakes. It's actually really sketchy. So I bought this hose, it's the wrong size, but it will work. And I've got a tank here because I don't have my old vacuum tank. I kind of cut it up so we could measure it. But got this tank here, it's got an O-ring in the lid. I don't think it's gonna be a drama in terms of just sealing some vacuum. I don't wanna mount it up. I'm just gonna probably zip tie it in somewhere ugly, kind of like that. And that way we'll have brakes and we'll have a working clutch pedal. There's probably some of you guys at home that are wondering what the hell vacuum is in a motor. So I figured I'd quickly try and explain it. Now, this motor is a diesel. Petrols themselves, they have vacuum on the engine. So the way that the throttle blade works, when it's shut, it's got a lot of vacuum, but when it's wide open, when your accelerator is wide open, you have just a little bit of vacuum created by the motor. Now, diesels free flow air and they're regulated by fuel, so they don't create vacuum, they don't have a throttle blade up here, and there's no restriction for the air, it's just restricting the fuel. So the way that most diesels do it is they run a vacuum pump. Now that could be a little electric pump. The TD42 has a few different variants of the way that it gets its vacuum. This motor here runs off the back of the alternator, so it just has a little like diaphragm pump in there that is spinning around creating vacuum. Now from that vacuum you have what's called a vacuum canister, and that's just basically to keep more capacity of the vacuum. So we need to put a container in here somewhere, otherwise if we press the brake say twice, we'll run out of vacuum because we don't have enough stored. So we need a storage of vacuum to get to our boosters. So with the boosters, inside of there is a diaphragm, and what that diaphragm does is when you push it in, it's kind of like a syringe being pulled back. So if you can imagine having vacuum on that, it's actually assisting your foot by pushing the brakes in. Now, the reason that it's really important is it's very hard to push the brakes in without vacuum assist on a booster. It's like an old school, like if you went back to say 1940, the cars were a lot slower, so you didn't have to pull up as fast, but they were quite hard to push the pedal in because you're fighting all the hydraulics and stuff. With the clutch, I'd say you don't really need it as much. It just depends how heavy duty your clutch is. This has got a big clutch in it and it feels fine without it, but with it, it's just gonna be like, you know, really simple to push a clutch in. So on a more modern day car, it can run things like aircon. I know our F250 at work was ran off that. It can run things like cruise control. And if you get a problem with the vacuum, it can shut down a lot of things. On a petrol, it'll actually make it idle really, really bad. But on a diesel, it's a bit more forgiving, but I have had a brake booster diaphragm fail, and I was on the highway doing 110. I went to put my foot on the brake and I just had nothing. And I had to really slam it to even get it to stop. So that's why I'm doing this temporarily to get this on the road. And then when we get our fabricated section up, we can mount it all properly. Right, so I've done the vacuum. You can see I've got these check valves in. These are really important. They're a factory check valve, and I've got one on each. That's just so the vacuum can't go the other way when you push the clutch pedal in or the brake pedals. So now I've just got to test it to make sure that we've got vacuum. It might take a little while to build up on that tank. So we'll let it idle for a bit, push the clutch in, see if that works, then push the brakes in, see if that works. Come on, buddy. You gotta watch out. Move over. You wanna hop on the other seat? Come on, buddy. Move over. On the other side, on the other side. Hop on the other side. Good boy. Good boy. Gotta test if we got some brakes, mate, because without brakes, can't stop. I can feel it suck the brake pedal down. Not very fast though. We might have too big of a tank, but like I said, it's only temporary. Oh, the clutch pedal is definitely way lighter. I wonder if I should only run the brake, like the vacuum to the brake, because obviously brake's more important than the clutch. I think the clutch might consume a bit too much vacuum. See, that was super easy to push the clutch in. We came to a stop. Disconnect it from the clutch and just put it on the brake, because I think the clutch is just taking too much of the vacuum. I need your opinion on the brakes. Did it feel all right? He's the world's funniest dog. Right, so I've disconnected the clutch and I've just got the brake hooked up now, and I've zip tied the bottle up. I hope that this is going to be a little bit better. I think maybe it's just too big of a tank just to keep up with the clutch and the brake. So, well, the brake fell away from my foot then, a lot faster. Oh yeah, that's better, eh, Deez? Diesel just got scared. That's so much better. Temporarily, I promise I'll fix that. What's next, Deez? We do the mud flaps? Good chat. How cool does that look, honestly? It's just enough chrome to keep the chrome look, but it's gonna stealth the front end a little bit. With the black lights, the tinted blinkers, I think this is gonna be the go. It's dry enough to just sit on there for now. I'm just really excited to see what this looks like. Don't freaking scratch it. You should definitely wait until your paint's dry before you touch stuff. I'm just very impatient. What do you guys think? I actually reckon that looks way better, to be honest. I don't think there's any debating that that looks freaking insane. Honestly, I think that turned out freaking sick. Those lights now are tucked in there and they just look good, like the black light on the black grille, a little bit of chrome, mint. So now that that is done, we need to move on to the mud flaps at the back here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to attach this, but we do need mud flaps of some sort. Some form of quick detach would be ideal, but in order to do that, I probably would need to go and buy some parts, which I don't have at the moment, some tube that fits inside a box or some similar thing to that. I've got to have a think about this and just figure out a way that I'm going to do it. So I'm probably just going to put the camera down for a bit, figure that out, and then I'll give you guys an update. Right, I've got a plan and it involves a few different bits and pieces, but I think it's going to work. If I use this solid steel bar here and I weld just a little length of it roughly about there, so then this piece can slide into here, making it a quick disconnect, and then I can put a pin through it. And then the mud flap will pretty much mount to this piece here. We'll cut some lengths of that, and then that way we can take this piece off and we can have removable mud flaps. I don't know if any of that made sense, but you're about to watch it anyway, so let's make some mud flaps. Right, that's some mud flaps done. I reckon they actually look really, really good. And being able to remove them is very simple. And obviously it just means we're not going to damage them on the tracks. So all I have to do to remove them is, because I've drilled a bolt hole for a 6mm bolt, is literally just pull that bolt out. It'll have a nut on it, but that's easy. Remove the mud flap and I can now store this in the back of the car. That way it won't get ripped off. And if you're wondering by ripped off, what I mean is when you have a mud flap on that's long, this gets sucked up against the tire and you literally drive over it and just rip it straight off. Then you've got to remake it and it sucks. So this way we can keep them all nice and clean and in the back of the car. Now the main reason I wanted that done before we take it out is because if I leave it, I know for a fact that I'm not going to get it done, and here's why. I had this car on the road for over 2 years now, and as you can tell, no mud flaps at the back. Literally been driving around like that for 2 years. So it was pretty much now or never. I actually just completely forgot that I've still got to paint those mud flap holders because they're just raw steel. So I still need to put this grille properly on and put the blinkers in. So I might do that. I'll get that in paint. Then I think tomorrow we can come in, get this thing tuned and take it for its run.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot, I get off to the...
Hi Harry, today is tune day and drive day. 2 years in the making. I actually am genuinely nervous, like I kind of feel sick.
It's been a big project.
There's been a lot done to it. Pretty much every part of the car I've touched and done something to. So if it goes wrong, it's completely on this guy. This morning, Harry and I have done the windshield wipers. We put the mud flaps back on. The car is registered. The number plates are registered to the car. Everything is done. It's ready to be tested and tuned and driven. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but this has a turbo that no one has ever ran on a TD42 before. So bit of a world's first. We're very curious. Harry and I were just talking about what it's going to sound like, how it's going to react, how it's going to perform. We have no idea what's going to happen right now, but what I'm going to do is tune the 10mm pump. We're going to turn it right up, exactly what we did to your car.
We did my GU ute. I think we made 16 pound, and then we just adjusted the pump and got the air fuel a bit right. It blows a lot of soot, but silver top, we did it 2 months ago, so we should have a bit of an idea of where we need to be.
Got to get this thing outside so we don't fill up the shed with smoke. The nerves are setting in. I couldn't sleep last night because I was so nervous.
Jesus, what's that shirt you got on there, mate?
It's a Roam Life shirt, mate. You can get one at roamlife.com. You can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 because we have 4 different designs. They're all different. They're all mint. Just get one, all right?
Don't you have the 3 buy 2 get 1 free?
If it's still on there, actually we'll put it back up. If you buy 3 shirts, you get the 4th one free. Make sure you put the 4th one in the shopping cart and it'll automatically discount it. Otherwise, if you just want one, we'll do 30% off. It's a pretty good deal, actually. Up.
Look at the flex.
Right, so pretty much what I'm doing is I'm going to wind the fuel screw in, which will actually increase the idle. And then what I'll do is adjust the idle back, and I'll keep doing that process until the idle is out of adjustment. So that's pretty much maxing out a 10mm pump. And I think with the 14-pound spring, and we don't have a boost controller yet, I think it's going to want to be completely maxed out, and it's going to probably run a little bit rich until we get it properly tuned. I need to back the idle back down. And then bring the idle right back down. We're going to need to do that until we're out of adjustment.
So what Tom's doing, he's winding in the fuel screw, which is giving it more fuel, and then he's bringing the revs back down, and then he's winding the fuel back up, and then bringing the revs back down until the fuel pump's maxed out what the 10 mil can do. How's she looking?
It's getting close. My legs are hurting. My nerves are hurting. That's almost out of adjustment in the idle arm, the actuator that basically revs the pump. So we're like this close to being there. Lyfe tuning. Completely out of adjustment. So I'll touch that and I have to wind.
Do you want me to tell you where the revs are sitting?
I can hear it. It's too high. I reckon about there.
About 600?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So right there is the idle. So if you push that up, you get revs. That screw was right out. So I've adjusted that right back until it's just touching. And the fuel screw is that one there. So I've been winding that in to get more fuel. So now I've just got to lock it all off. And that's pretty much a maxed out 10 mil pump. Right, so now that that's done, there's only a few things left to do, and one of those is put the plates on.
Oosh.
It's about to be ready to drive after 2 freaking years.
Yeah, that's hard as Alright.
It's actually crazy to see, man. After 2 years, number plates are on, pumps tuned, 4J turbo, 60 mil turbo, big 40 mil wastegate. I've never even had an external wastegate that's like external from the turbo. Well, that is external, isn't it? You fucking pain, mate. Right, so we're actually pretty much ready to go. I've got a bunch of tools and stuff out of the GU, got some spare water, got a whole bunch of like random bolts and nuts and stuff. I've just set up this very temporary radiator bottle. It's got a straw in there, so that is actually going to work mint because Matt is making all that for me, so it's all just temporary. But yeah, we're ready to go. Check the oils. I just tightened all the lug nuts and let's send it.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me I'm a bad, I'm a good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any
listen to
negative
that.
thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot, I can't go. Wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay down, stay down, never back down, never hit these out, I'll be straight down, I'll be putting out, can't put me down, I'll be getting out, you never doubt, now what I'm about, I'll be moving out, you can make it out, you make it sound, go another round, jump like a bound, can't
Okay,
stop.
so she ain't very fast. It's pretty slow.
What boost was that?
That was 10.
Yeah, it's like 10 then.
But it's not responsive, like it's not.
Yeah, she's got no boost.
Listen to that. Holy crap, guys. 2 years! We've finally made it. I've just got to settle down. I've got to keep checking all my stuff. But EGTs like haven't got over 250. Water temps at 71. Right, we need to get fuel. It is like literally empty, but so far, Ron Burgs, mate, Ron Burgs. Right, we're just pulling into the servo. Top her off with fuel. The fuel is like, honestly, the diesel in this is 2 years old, so she's gonna love some fresh stuff. So far, how good is it? Yeah. Sounds insane. Weirdest sounding GQ to not hear. Like, normally you hear the turbo whistle. I mean, you hear it a little bit on a normal one, but
Yeah.
it's nothing like that. It's hard to explain how loud it is.
Probably gained like 100 horsepower from changing the fuel.
It doesn't feel fast. It feels like 120
It's 10 PSI.
horsepower, but it's got no boost in it. Like, we're at 14 pound at the moment, and
Were you
I mean,
slipping?
this thing can be, I don't know, I didn't check. We should check that, eh? It might be real lean.
I didn't see anything.
It shouldn't be lean though on a 10 mil pump.
Mine was half an about. $1.84. Last time we came here with my GQ, it was $1.30 4 years ago. Bumper in. What are we paying? $1.53.
Yeah, it's just kind of been a ritual, eh? This servo. Always hit up the servo after a build. It's kind of like part of a build, eh? Once you finish it, straight to the servo. It's fresh fuel.
Give you guys a sniff. Go around.
Now that it's actually got some proper fuel in it.
Right, we don't really know what we're doing, but we've got fuel, we got coffee. Harry wants a chicken burger, so we might go get a chicken burger. And
Chicken burger.
we just got to keep testing it, make sure everything's all right. We double checked the top radiator hose and it's hot, which means the thermostat's opened and it's only at 75 degrees right now. Everything seems to be mint, eh?
Yeah, perfect.
It's driving like dead straight. Like I don't even have to adjust it, which is insane. We've got bead locks, full Superior. Like, shout out to Superior because their suspension just works.
It's your shout.
What's going on?
It's your shout. I shouted a drink as well.
I'll actually share.
Oh, look at you go.
Right, we made it to the chicken burger place. I'm actually almost finished. So is Harry.
Polished it.
Rated out of 10.
That's a 10.
It is a 10. These are good burgers, man. This place here, Stone Takeaway. Good burger. It's actually insane to see Ron parked out on the street right now. Isn't it, Harry? Mm-hmm. So I was going to finish this and then keep driving around, I think. Just make sure everything's dialed. Like, so far, there's not one thing that's popped up that's wrong, eh? Like,
No.
steers good, drives good, sounds good.
She's mint.
Just a little bit not responsive. It's either probably the turbo size or just not having enough boost in it. But that's something we can work with. It feels honestly fine. It's not bad, but yeah, a little bit more response would be nice. Just a good excuse to put a 12mm on it. Taxi!
That's so fucking
I don't know if the camera's picking up the noises, but holy crap, it's just making the nicest sounds. Shush! This is the coolest feeling, honestly. Like, to be building a car for 2 years and to have it driving on the road like this, it's just the weirdest feeling. I can't even explain it. We're actually just going to head to the forestry and get some rollers and a thumbnail and all that. Found an off-road trail. So this is technically the first time that Ron Burgundy has been off-road. Suspension feels good, eh?
Yeah, that's great.
Man, it actually looks so insane. Brother, this thing looks sick. We're still in two-wheel drive as well.
Holy crap!
Sick.
Gave it some jandy.
I think I'm here.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down. I'll be getting out, making every doubt, not what I'm about. I'll be proud, it be raining out, I keep making sound, go another round, jumping down.
How friggin' nuts does it look, guys? Honestly. It looks insane in person. The color is so weird. It goes from like a really dark black in the shade, and then it's like really light red in the sun. What do you think about the color?
I like it. It's great.
It's great?
It is great.
Such a small rear housing. Just made it to the car wash. We're just going to quickly hose it off, and I would be doing this at home, but I actually broke my pressure cleaner already. I blew the capacitor up, so I just need to get a new capacitor and I won't have to come back to these places. But either way, it's still cool to wash it. Right, that's it. It's all clean. Oh, no, it's not. Now it's gone. Ron's first wash. Looking bloody mint. How good's that? Alright, Haz, let's go. I only just got this on the road today.
Oh, really?
It's been a 2-year build.
Good job, bro. That's clean.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, you too. Everyone loves it, eh? Yeah. It's like one day out, we've had probably, I don't know, 7 people say that they love it. Can you just go here? Is this a free turn? Or are you going to wait for that red?
I mean, if you go up there and go down.
I have to wait for a red. Successful first drive. I'm pumped. I'm stoked. I'm happy. I'm horny. I've skipped mad. I'm straight going to sad. Right, well that's mint. Thanks, Harry, for your help. No worries. We're going to end the video here, but huge success with the car. Hope you guys are as stoked as I am. I'm literally like, the nerves were setting in this morning and now they're gone, but I'm full of excitement now. So we've still got tons more to do though to the car, full 12-volt system, got to do the whole interior, wire up the head unit, I want to put some speakers in it, stuff like that. So plenty more to come, and then we're going to be obviously planning some trips and some trails and stuff, but I just want to get to know the car a little bit better before I take it out much further than what we went today. See you later. Arigato gozaimasu.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that